Sanctum Cay. This beautiful harbor is a favorite landing for cargo ships traveling to Crita from the nation of Cantha. To the southeast lie the ruins of an ancient monastery said to have been the first to teach the art of smiting prayers, making the transformation for Critan monks from passive healers to aggressive defenders of the land. Alright, welcome back to the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play, everybody. To get to Sanctum Cay from the Riverside province, travel north through the Twin Serpent Lakes to an area called the Tears of the Fallen. Travel back southwards in a Stingray Strand, passing Fisherman's Haven to reach Sanctum Cay. So recall that if any is said at the end of the Riverside province, our main objective here is to get the Scepter of Orr to a man named Vizier Khilbron, a powerful mage who has promised to aid the Shining Blade in their fight against the White Mantle. First, we need to fight our way through the White Mantle to get to him. The bonus mission objective for Sanctum Cay requires us to locate a restless spirit along the beach near the start of the mission and escort him to his final resting place found on the other side of the island. While he is invulnerable to damage, you can see in the footage that the spirit is rather slow and his follow mechanic is pretty clunky. There are several instances where we get stuck in the terrain and he just simply stops moving at others. He also only follows the person with the Scepter of Orr, which you see me carrying until we get to the Vizier. He will then need to be spoken to once again to ensure that he follows the nearest player. You'll see that once we finally do get him to the graveyard, he still gives us some trouble moving to the bonus completion trigger location. Overall, the bonus objective is simple enough, and aside from the movement of the spirit, it's pretty easy. While most of the mission you'll be fighting through various groups of White Mantle intent on stopping you from reaching the Vizier and escaping with the Scepter, you do see that we go through a swampy area filled with bone dragons, which I believe is the first time we've seen them in our journey so far. Smite skills will be useful here if you were able to include them in your build, which we were. Remember that the swamp has an environmental effect that can poison your party members, so watch your placement and use the flagging system if you need to. After defeating the zombies and the undead, you will eventually reach the location where you can rendezvous with the Vizier and give him the scepter you helped recover all the way back at D'Alessio's seaboard. You hand it over to the Vizier and get a cutscene. Let's watch.
A sight for sore eyes, one of the greatest treasures of my now ruined home. But while being reunited with the Scepter of Orr should be a cause for celebration, the events of today have saddened my heart. There is a traitor in your midst, one of the Shining Blade's own inner council.
What? Who?
I believe you know him by the name Marcus. He masquerades as your friend and confidant, but he is instead a White Mantle infiltrator.
So he's the reason the Mantle knew about the Henge of Den Ravi.
Yes, and he has sold you out again. There are White Mantle all over this island. They come now for the scepter as we speak.
We must get to the dock and warn Avenia.
I'm afraid our tale grows darker still. The Mantle have already stormed her ship. It lies broken at the bottom of the harbor. Our friend Avenia has already been taken prisoner.
Avenia's been taken? That also means we're trapped here. That boat was our only way off Sanctum Cay.
Do not lose hope yet, my friend. I can summon from the deep a ship that can carry us from this place. Make for the beach. Meet me at the dock and I will perform the necessary ritual.
There must be half of the White Mantle army between us and the beach.
Then you will need some help. Do not fear the walking dead. Through the scepter they obey my commands. Hurry now, we haven't much time.
After handing the scepter over to Khilbron, he shows you why the artifact has been sought by both enemies and allies alike. He is able to summon and control the undead, the very same undead you've been fighting since Kryta. Those phantoms that were casting chain lightning on you in the gates of Kryta, yeah, they're going to push through the White Mantle for you on the way to the getaway ship. The annoying grasping ghouls who've been nibbling and regenerating health, yeah, they're leading the vanguard here. This is definitely a surprise turn in the story, and we literally just met Khilbron for the first time, but Avenia and the Shining Blade seem to trust him, so perhaps we should too. Between Minerva's mercenaries and the undead, our party makes light work on the remaining White Mantle between where we met Vizier and the dock where Avenia's ship was destroyed. As you're being escorted by the undead, if you're interested in completing your cartographer title, be sure to explore the eastern half of the island before completing the mission. After completing the bonus, protect the Vizier and give him time to summon the ship that will allow us to escape with the scepter and get out of the reach of Confessor Dorian and the White Mantle. Split your party on each of the hilltops as you will be attacked on both sides by mixed groups of White Mantle. Isobel and the party had to hold out for over 2 minutes, but the White Mantle didn't prove to be too difficult for our party and the undead to fend off while the Vizier cast his summoning spell. And now we watch the end of mission cutscene.
On the boat, hurry! We must make our escape. Counselor Marcus has sold you out. The mainland is no longer safe for you.
We must get back to Denravi and warn the others.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. The Shining Blade have already been broken over the knee of the White Mantle. By now, those who are not already dead are fleeing into the Shiver Peaks.
Then we go to the Shiver Peaks.
A noble gesture, but throwing your lives away against a foe who you cannot beat will not help your friends.
Then the White Mantle have won. All is lost.
Do not be so sure. There is still a way to beat the White Mantle. Venture to the Crystal Desert and ascend. Only then will you be powerful enough to take on the rest of the White Mantle and their unseen gods.
What must we do?
Find the Prophet and claim the gift of true sight.
What?
That's right. You are all chosen. And now you must venture through the desert. Prove yourselves worthy and claim your birthright. Then you will take this fight to them. Prepare yourselves. The trials of ascension await.
Wow, things are really escalating story-wise. We fled the White Mantle of Riverside Province only to have to flee by a boat raised from the bottom of the ocean floor after being betrayed by someone with knowledge of Avenia's movements. Now she's been captured and we have to leave the mainland. We are truly in uncharted territory here. Next time we'll have to do another story recap similar to what we did when we got to the Maguma jungle so everyone's caught up. I want to say thank you again to Minerva and his awesome set of mercenaries for burning the undead with the smite damage AoE. He may be a regular teammate for our adventuring party for a few episodes. It's been nice not having to flag the henchman every 20 yards. I'll see you guys next time.